It's 12:45. I'm finally finished packing, but literally have to leave in like 2.5 hours. So I don't know if I should even take a nap. I'm worried I won't be able to wake up. So I did end up taking that nap, which was a big mistake because it almost made me miss my flight. I got cocky and I thought I'd only need one alarm to wake up, and of course I slept right through it. But thankfully somehow I magically woke up at 4 a.m., literally immediately called an Uber as soon as I saw what time it was, and like ran out the door. Thankfully I had all of my stuff packed, and somehow I still made it on time. And I was like one of the first people to get to the airport. Our silly VP Finance accidentally booked a flight that arrived 2 hours later, so while we waited for him at the airport, we planned our busy first day in Halifax. We got in on Wednesday morning, but the first day of the conference wasn't until Thursday, so we had a full day to explore and do some sightseeing. We rented a car, and our first stop was Peggy's Cove. Apparently, this iconic lighthouse is named after the only person to survive a nearby shipwreck. It was way colder than we were expecting. The wind was so strong it nearly knocked us off our feet. We explored the cove, took lots of pictures, and uoft's incredibly competent VP Finance drank the ocean water. Our next stop was Lunenburg, a little town in Nova Scotia about an hour away from Halifax. Lunenburg is actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site, with lots of colorful houses and a cute little port. We guessed they made the houses colorful so that sailors could see them as they're sailing into the port, and turns out we were right. It really had those British colonial settlement vibes, very old-timey with lots of vintage bookshops and seafood restaurants, but sadly, since we didn't get to Lunenburg until the afternoon, it was pretty much a ghost town and almost everything was closed. Luckily, we found one adorable little coffee shop for a little afternoon recharge.
Shop.
Most dingy.
Hey.
We were up bright and early Thursday morning for Medical Education Day of Action, an advocacy event with over 50 medical students attending coast to coast. After opening remarks from the Minister of Health of Nova Scotia, we got to hear from the founding dean of TMU's new med school to learn about the behind the scenes of setting up a new medical curriculum. Afterwards, we walked around the conference and did some exploring, and we stumbled upon a little podcast booth and even an art installation where they were displaying art created by different healthcare professionals.
Ken, that's Netanyahu, I think. But why is he doing the most? It's worth it. It's fine. That's how we survive. That's way too big. Please take some Nutella.
No, I honestly think what happens is that they try doing a heart and then it just like didn't work.
I see legs, I see body, and I see head.
The tail of the rooster, the head of the rooster, and the legs of the rooster.
Wow.
Wow.
push it.
Highlandese.
We need music. Someone get the music out. Friday was our busiest conference day yet. We started off the morning with presentations from the Board of Directors of the Canadian Federation of Medical Students, who each gave updates about their ongoing projects and goals for the upcoming year. Although we were officially in Halifax attending the Canadian Medical Student Conference, it also coincided with a big medical education conference called ICAM, which was going on the same weekend. So we also got to explore some of the research posters and workshops. We also got interviewed for the Royal College of Physicians and Surgeons social media. Shout out Hank for the moment of fame. Okay, just got out of a morning of presentations. Next up, heading to lunch. We say hi.
That's crazy.
Right? After lunch, we headed off to our main event of the day, roundtable discussions. As the VP Externals of the Medical Society at uoft, me and Raghav represent the student body in conversations with med students from across the country. We discussed rural clerkship placements, applications for medical electives, and some up-and-coming advocacy initiatives. Afterwards, we all headed off to Cowes for ice cream to celebrate a successful conference day. Thank you so much. Cute. Ooh, wow.
I want to say moo instead of go.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, moo. Aw, so cute. Finally, we ended off the day with a networking event hosted by the UBC Faculty of Family Medicine. It was hosted at a bougie restaurant with complimentary drinks, endless finger food, and even mini lobster rolls. Last conference day. Say hi. On the last day of the conference, we started off the morning by voting on some policy changes proposed by the CFMS board. Each school was granted 2 votes, one for each VP External, and we had some really great discussions about important changes for the upcoming year. Say hi, Lori. Be stood. After lunch, we listened to a talk from an anesthesiologist at uoft about how to build a competitive residency application and stand out in the CARMS match. And with that, the conference was officially brought to a close. So since my friend from high school is in town, we're gonna meet up for dinner, and she's bringing a friend from uni who's also here presenting her research work. So it should be a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll meet up with more of the med people later on. Cheers! Easy ways.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Let's try these sticks. Waiting in this giant line, but we are so close. Almost there. So close. Wait, I wonder if I can turn it around.
Film the mountain.
Stop. We're next. So rainy. Cheers. So what are you being punished for, Agav?
That was fast.
You have to really like surfing.
Oh my god, you have to love surfing.
Oh, that's cute. That was
Looking for